So with all the Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch leaks going around, all the excitement got me thinking, if Smash has come this far as a competitive game, what could the Switch version do to further the competitive scene? Well, today I'm going to give you 5 things Smash Switch needs to do to be the best competitive game. The first thing Smash Switch needs is an improved training mode. Smash 4 and Melee's training modes are good, but they're far from optimal. Take a look at the training modes of your average 2D fighter. It has so many convenient options, such as changing the character without having to exit the game, positioning your opponent in the corner, selecting an option for the dummy to perform, etc. All these things make training mode in standard 2D fighters easy to move and maneuver around, but Smash's training modes are clunky and far from optimal or convenient. I mean, the combo counter doesn't even work correctly in Smash 4. Adding some quality of life changes to make training mode more convenient will increase lab time, and increasing lab time means new tech is always being discovered. New tech being discovered means the meta is always advancing, and I think you get the point. Overall, adding just a few quality of life changes to Smash Switch's training mode will go a long way in improving competitive play. The second is balance patches, but more importantly, doing balance patches right. Smash for Wii U was the first iteration of Smash to have balance patches that changed competitive play, but they handled them all wrong. Daddy Sakurai nerfed broken characters to the ground while leaving some characters like Puff and DDD completely untouched. Smash Switch needs to not only nerf overpowered characters, but buff bad ones to make them playable. If they notice that characters are being consistently placed low on tier lists and see no competitive play, buff them. This is something that Smash Wii U was not doing, and now that the patches are over, there are some characters who still see no play and are never going to be played at a top level. So instead of nerfing the broken characters and leaving the bottom tiers untouched, Smash Switch needs to work to better balance the game for competitive play. Third is the game needs to be technical, but not too technical. I do not feel this way, but the general consensus is that Smash 4 is not technical at all and turns Melee players away, and Melee is too technical and turns Smash 4 players away. Smash Switch needs to be just technical enough to the point where people don't complain it's too easy and doesn't take skill, but shouldn't be too technical to the point where it's easily accessible to new players. Because after all, being that this would be a new game, most of the demographic would be players who just bought the game. And I realize this is much easier said than done, but it would help to have that balance. The next thing Smash Switch needs to do is remove any inconsistency in gameplay mechanics. For instance, tripping in Brawl and Rage in Smash 4. For those who are unaware, tripping was a mechanic in Super Smash Bros. Brawl that, whenever the control stick was smashed left or right, whether from inputting a dash or an attack, there is a 1% chance for the player to trip. And Rage in Smash 4 is where a character's attacks will deal increased knockback as his or her damage rises. Both of these are mechanics that add inconsistency to the competitive environment. Tripping is just completely random, and when you trip, you are completely susceptible to a punish through no fault of your own, just RNG. And Rage means that your bread and butter combos won't work at certain percents. Smash Switch needs to be completely void of such mechanics. Doing so will assure equal footing in a competitive environment, and of course, less things for people to complain about. The last thing is the most important. Smash Switch's competitive scene needs Nintendo's support. But I know what you're saying. Energy, Smash 4 was designed as a party game. It's not even supposed to be played competitively. Be that as it may, the competitive scene of Super Smash Bros. Has the potential to greatly increase the game's income. Some people only play the game for the competitive side. Some people shell out boatloads of money to go to tournaments each year. The competitive side of Smash is a huge money source for Nintendo, and they would be fools not to grow and support the scene. They could hold a Nintendo-sanctioned tournament once a year and invite the best players, give people incentive to go to these tournaments, and then sponsor and stream major tournaments. And once the competitive scene starts growing, the more games Nintendo sells. Nintendo has already sponsored tournaments in the past, but their involvement is nowhere near what it needs to be. The scene is already growing rapidly without them, with dedicated people like VG Bootcamp doing great work out there, but it can only get bigger and it needs Nintendo's help. The more people that play the game, the more competition, and the more competition, the better the players get, and the better the players get, the better the competitive experience. Again, you get my point. So there you have it. 5 things Super Smash Bros. Switch needs to do to be the best competitive game. I would like to know your opinions on this as well. What do you guys think Smash Switch needs to do competitively? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, sub for more, and have a great day, friends. Later.